which the bank has. And we are also going to see the role the bank plays in the payment and settlement system. So again, to bring it all together, in the earlier portion of our learnings of banking, we have seen the two major products of the bank, which is deposits and loans. And we'll continue to learn the other functions of the bank, where the bank issues various kind of cards, and it also distributes third-party products and is a constituent of the payment and settlement system. So let us look at the different kind of cards which the bank issues: digital and other types of banking, payments and fund transfer, and investments. So these are the other function which the bank performs apart from financial intermediation. So what are the different kind of cards which the bank issues?
Debit card, credit card,
ATM.
ATM card, okay. Then debit card, credit card, okay. What is the difference between ATM card and debit card? So debit card and credit card, I'm sure all of you know that debit card is directly linked to your demand deposit, whereas credit card is a loan from the bank. What is the difference between ATM and debit card? Is there a difference, or are they the same?
हम ATM कार्ड्स मैम हम लोग अपने मनी जब हमको यूज हो तब निकाल सकते हैं, एंड मैम डेबिट कार्ड्स मैम हम लोग एक बैंक के थ्रू मतलब
मैम दोनों सेम होते हैं मैम, ATM और डेबिट
yes,
कार्ड.
same.
Actually, ATM or debit card are the same. Like now, banks issue it. Actually, they are not the same. But now, in today's time, bank issue an ATM come debit card. So ATM, as the name suggests, is a card which you can withdraw cash at the ATM. However, earlier this was the case. You know, probably you guys would have never seen the time. But earlier,
मैम वही कैश तो ले सकते हैं जो मैम हम लोग ने अपने डिपॉजिट करे हैं मैम, जो सेविंग्स हैं.
ATM card was only used to withdraw money from the bank. Later on, the card was started being used at various merchant establishment like the credit card. Okay, so that's why now it is called the ATM cum debit card. Yes, in ATM cum debit card or an ATM card or a debit card, you're using your own money. Credit card, as we know, is a kind of fraud. There is another kind of card which is known as a prepaid card. I'm sure all of you would have traveled in metro, and in the metro you have to either take a ticket or you can take a prepaid card. So you get a value filled in your card and then you use it. Another example could be especially in the malls, in the food court of the malls. Some malls in Lucknow, at least, you know, Cinepolis Mall and this one Fun Mall, they do not accept cash at the food court. So what you have to do is, yeah.
मैम जैसे हम लोग कुछ ऑनलाइन पेमेंट करते हैं मैम थ्रू पेटीएम, तो मैम उसमें भी मैम प्रीपेड एंड पोस्टपेड मैम समथिंग आता है.
हाँ, तो प्रीपेड क्या है? प्रीपेड जैसे कि आपका प्रीपेड कनेक्शन होता है ना, मोबाइल का प्रीपेड कनेक्शन होता है, यू पे द मनी एंड देन यू कीप ऑन यूजिंग इट, और पोस्टपेड इज आफ्टरवर्ड्स. तो usually if you look at in cards, your credit card would be postpaid. Your prepaid card obviously is a card where you make the payment first and keep on using the money in the card until it
expires.
Yeah, and debit card is when you are, you know, using it, your account is being debited the time you use it. So if you look at the way you make the payment, debit card, you make the payment when you are actually doing the purchase. Credit card, you make the payment later. And prepaid card, you make the payment before. Okay, so Metro card is an example of prepaid card where you just get a value filled in your card and then use it. Another the type of prepaid card a bank issues is a travel card. Abhinav had asked me earlier about a travel card. So a travel card is a prepaid card where if you're going abroad, obviously you would like to take the currency of the country you're going to. However, it has a lot of disadvantage currency, as we all know. So rather than taking physical currency, you can take a prepaid card in that currency. So what you do is you go and tell the bank to debit your accounts. For example, I'm going to the US and I want a prepaid card for $1,000. So the bank would debit my account with 75,000 and give me a card of $1,000. Okay, and that is a prepaid card. Right, so these are
मैम प्रीपेड कार्ड वो भी तो कह सकते हैं, जैसे कि मैम हम लोग डेली मैम ट्रेवल करते हैं थ्रू बस, मैम अप डाउन होता है, तो मैम उसमें भी जो कार्ड बनते हैं मैम हम लोग के, जैसे पैसा नहीं देना पड़ता है.
हाँ करेक्ट. आप मुझे इसका पता नहीं, बट आपको स्वाइप करना पड़ता है वो कार्ड.
यस मैम.
हाँ, तो वो भी वो
क्योंकि
स्मार्ट
मैम उसमें
कार्ड. हाँ
टिकट विकेट कुछ इशू नहीं है.
हाँ करेक्ट. तो उसको स्मार्ट कार्ड या प्रीपेड कार्ड भी बोल सकते हैं. करेक्ट. Right, so your credit card, debit card, smart cards, they all can be used at merchant establishments. Whereas cash cards would be a card which you can withdraw cash, which is your ATM. So credit card, we all know, it is a kind of loan. It's a which is given to a customer, and if the customer uses the credit card, he has to make the payment afterwards. So it is like just like a postpaid card. You shop now, pay later. So it's a credit card is a payment loan product that a customer can borrow against a line of credit. Who has not joined today? Abhinav, Kalash, Meenakshi, Zubair, Shabnam, Sakshi, Soumya. Swati has not joined in. Swati is not there, no? Yes. So by now we all understand credit. Credit is a loan, and therefore credit card is a loan from the bank. So a payment product that the customer can borrow against a line of credit. Line of credit is the amount the credit card company or the bank has set for you to spend. और जिसको हम लोग credit limit कहते हैं. You can also call it a credit limit. So the credit card allows you to borrow at any time, and it also has a great degree of flexibility. In today's time, you can pay the entire amount now, or you can pay it later. You can also convert your outstanding amount as an EMI. So you have flexibility in making the payment. So credit card, similar to a debit card, is a small plastic card issued to users as a system of payment. It allows its holder to buy goods and services based on the holder promise to pay for these goods and services later. Right. So the moment of fund is from the bank to the service provider, to the seller, rather than directly from the buyer. The buyer will have to pay the money to the bank later, but the bank would pay the seller immediately. So it is also known as revolving credit. We have also understood cash credit as revolving credit when we're looking at a business loan. Cash credit is for meeting everyday requirement. And if you're in a business, you will also get cash. So for example, I run a restaurant. So I've taken loan for buying my raw material for the day. Now, when I sell any dish, that I will get cash. So I can put it back into my bank account and again take a loan on it. So it is known as revolving. I hope all of you understand revolving. Revolving would mean something which keeps on moving, right? So for example, this is revolving. I start from here, then take the entire loan and come back here, right? So this is revolving. And again, I can take the same amount of loan. So your credit card, cash credit, all these are known as revolving credit because they don't have an expiry period. They just, the moment you repay the amount, your credit limit is installed. So for example, I have a credit limit of 1,50,000. I spent 50,000. So now I can spend only 1 lakh more on the card. The moment I pay 50,000 back to the credit card company, I can again use 1,50,000. So this is how credit card works. So the issuer of the card creates a revolving account and grant a line of credit to the customer. Line of credit is a limit which the credit card grants to the user. From this, the user can borrow money for payment to a merchant or a cash advance to the user. So credit card can also be used to withdraw cash from your ATM. However, the credit card company will charge you interest on cash withdrawal, but you can use a credit card also to withdraw money in case of emergency. So in that line of credit, you can either use that for making the payment to the merchant or for taking cash advances. Now, probably I've spoken about it sometimes. Earlier, the credit card companies used to charge a issue fees, card issuance fees, but now they have stopped because the volumes of cards have increased to such an extent that their earning from the card is much more than how much they could have charged the customer for issuance of the card. Now, when you make a payment of say $100, the example which is given here, if you make a purchase of $100, it's not uh, the bank will not pay the merchant $100. The bank would deduct some charge and then pay. And also you would have seen a credit card or any card or a debit card has a intermediary in between. It could be Master, Visa, or Rupee now, Rupee now. Now, these are the agencies which are involved in settlement. Okay. So these agencies, as well as the financial intermediary who's issued the card, charge some money from the merchant's share for using this card. The merchant also doesn't mind because his sale has increased manifold because people can use plastic money. So you would have noticed it yourself. If you have a card, you don't realize the amount of payment you're doing because you're not actually counting physical cash and paying out. When we have to take out cash and give, our shopping limit is restricted to the amount of cash we have, and also it's little difficult to take out cash and give. But when we use the card, we don't realize how much we are spending. So that has enabled the merchants to increase their sales manifold, and therefore they also don't mind sharing a small portion with the acquirer and the issuer. Okay. So, and the association. So these are three people involved. We will just understand what is the role of each one. So customer purchases from the merchant. The merchant is paid from the issuer. Issuer is the bank which has issued the card. And later on, the customer pays the bank. Okay. So the money passes from the issuer to the association, which can be MasterCard, Visa, or Rupee now. And the issuer deducts some charges. Then this association passes on to the acquirer. Acquirer is the bank whose machine the merchant is using. So ये merchant का bank है, right? This is the buyer's bank. This is the issuer's bank, the merchant's bank. Okay. So okay, so this merchant holds an account with this acquirer. So all three of them charge a small portion of the transaction amount, and then the money is transferred to the merchant. So for example, here the bank has charged around 60 cents, then $1.60. Then the association has charged some money, and the acquirer has also charged. So issuer is probably getting the biggest pie. And this is how the transaction is settled. Later on, the issuer sends a bill to the customer and asks him to pay this $100. Okay. So And if you see, when you swipe your card, the machine connects to the server, and it after a few minutes, not minutes, maybe seconds, it gives you a report whether it has been approved or not. So what happens? The message flows from the acquirer to the association to the issuer, and the issuer will check your credit limit in case of credit card. And if it matches, it will authorize the transaction, which is transmitted to the acquirer and to the merchant. So this is how the transaction happens. And I'm sure all of you would have noted, sometimes if the machine is not working or there is a connectivity problem, your transaction is not settled, and the merchant is not able to use that card. That also happens because the approval or the authorization from the issuer has not been received. So here the message flows from the merchant to the acquirer to the association to the issuer for approval. So the message goes from merchant to acquirer for authorization request, which flows on to the issuer, and then after it is approved, the same message flows from the issuer to the association, to the acquirer, and to the merchant, and the transaction happens. And if you see, the merchant has to forego on almost $2 for this transaction. So it's like $1.93 the merchant will have to repay. So merchant is also okay, because otherwise he would have given us a discount to the customer. Now he will pay to the bank, but this has improved him. This has helped him improve his sales many folds. So he's okay with that. So 5 parties to the credit card transaction: the customer, the acquirer, the issuer, the customer, the merchant, the acquirer, the issuer, and the association. So issuer is the bank of the customer, acquirer is the bank of the merchant. In some cases, both can be the same as well. The issuer and the acquirer might be the same. And you have the association, or which is a settlement agency. It can be MasterCard, Visa, or RuPay.
मैम कभी जो ऐसा होता है जो ट्रांजैक्शंस पूरे नहीं हो पाते हैं तो मैम उनका मतलब फिर क्या होता है?
ट्रांजैक्शन अगर पूरे नहीं हो पाते,
यस मैम, कोई भी एरर
तो
किसी
फिर रिवर्सल हो जाएगा ना। अगर मान लीजिए आपके कार्ड में अगर कुछ डेबिट हो गया है और वो आया नहीं है पैसा, तो इट विल बी रिवर्स्ड।
मैम एक बार ऐसे हुआ था, मतलब 1 साल पहले की बात है ये। पापा से किसी अंकल ने 20,000 लिए थे, तो वो पोस्टेड हो गए थे कहीं और, तो उन्होंने वहां से फोन पे किया था 10-10 हजार करके, जिसमें से पापा को सिर्फ 10,000 रिसीव हुए अकाउंट में, 10,000 पता नहीं कहाँ गए। और उन अंकल ने मतलब स्क्रीनशॉट लेके और अपडेट करके सब कुछ भेजा था कि नहीं हमने अपनी तरफ से पूरे 20,000 भेज दिए हैं। और हमने यहाँ पे भी चेक करवाया था, यहाँ पे सिर्फ 10,000 शो कर रहा था। 10,000 पता नहीं, ना उधर से पता चल रहा था ना इधर से।
अब मुझे एग्जैक्टली नहीं पता क्या हुआ है, बट अगर ट्रांजैक्शन आपके एग्जैक्ट केस में क्या हुआ होगा, पर अगर ट्रांजैक्शन ऐसा हो जाता है कभी कि आपका अकाउंट डेबिट हो गया है और पैसा नहीं निकला है, या ट्रांजैक्शन ऑथराइज नहीं हुआ है, तो वो रिवर्स हो जाता है। आइडियली रिवर्स हो जाना चाहिए।
तो मैम उन अंकल ने कहा था कि हमारे उसमें से अकाउंट में से कट चुके हैं 20,000, बट वहां पे नहीं पहुंचे, ऐसा कुछ, सिर्फ 10,000 पहुंचे, 10,000 पता नहीं
नॉट
कहाँ
नो
गए।
कि एग्जैक्टली क्या हुआ होगा, और पर
वही
आइडियली अगर ऐसा ट्रांजैक्शन सेटल नहीं होता है तो फिर रिवर्सल हो जाता है। Anyways, so customer is the person who holds the card. He's actually the customer of the issuing bank. And because The credit card is a loan. Therefore, the credit limit of the customer is set looking at all the parameters. So we have seen how a loan is given. Before the bank gives a loan, the bank looks at the credit worthiness of the customer and then decides the credit limit to be given. And same is the case for a credit card because it is credit, no? Because it is a loan. Now, the benefit to the customer is that even without having money in his bank account or even owing the money, not owing the money, he can make the payment. So it is probably a very good instrument for salaried people. So sometimes it might happen that there is some emergency for which they do not have money, but the salary will come on the 30th, so they can make they can do the purchase and later pay after the salary credit. Okay, so even without having the money, the customer can spend. So customer is the person who swipes a card and buys something. The main benefit to the customer is convenience. A customer's credit card limit is decided based on their credit worthiness. So it's the same process that we have seen while giving loan to a company or to an individual. So credit card is a loan. The bank will look at all the parameters before giving out this loan. So this is a valuation performed by lenders that determines the possibility a borrower may default on his debt obligation. So credit card is a loan. So the first thing the bank will have to see whether this customer will be able to return the money or not. Now, what kind of loan is it? Is it secured loan or unsecured loan? Hello, guys, where are you?
मैम दोनों
What
टाइप
kind of loan is?
के हो सकते हैं
हाँ?
मैम दोनों टाइप के हो सकते हैं क्रेडिट कार्ड सिक्योर्ड भी अनसिक्योर्ड
Okay. और किससे सिक्योर होते हैं क्रेडिट कार्ड्स?
मैम डिपॉजिट अकाउंट्स हैं
Correct. Very good, very good. So this we had seen when we were looking at different kind of loans. So we have seen usually credit cards are unsecured. So credit card earlier were issued only on the credit worthiness of the customer. However, gradually the bank realized that they can, broaden their data base for issuing credit card by securing it against a fixed deposit. So in though they are not a very popular product, but still there are some cards which can be issued against the security of a fixed deposit. Usually credit cards are unsecured. However, in some cases, the bank also issues credit card based on the security of a fixed deposit. And your credit limit is decided on the amount you have put in the fixed deposit. So good. I'm happy that somebody remembers. Then the merchant is the person who is agreed to accept card and banks with the acquiring bank. So merchant established under agreement between the acceptor and a merchant acquiring bank for settlement of payment and transaction. So stores where credit card are accepted modes of payments are merchant. Some store collaborates with banks to provide reward scheme on credit card use also. So there are some, you would have seen this, no? When you shop on Myntra or Big Bazaar or Big Basket, you will see that you get some special points or rewards if you are shopping with a certain kind of debit card. So they also tie up with different banks or different acquirer for giving these discounts. Acquirer is a person who is the merchant's bank, and it provides the EDC machine. So acquirer bank that provides a EDC machine. So this is all of you would have seen it earlier. They were अब तो wireless भी आ गए हैं, तो आप if you are going to a restaurant, also it has become easy to do the payment because they will bring this machine to your table. So you have the EDC machine or the electronic data capture. So if you look at the transaction, you'll see that the card goes in and it stays there for some time. So what happens in that meantime? In that time, the card, the EDC machine or the electronic data capture machine captures the data from your card, because that is going to be used to debit your account or ask for money from your issuer. Okay. So, and if you would have seen, the earlier cards were used to have a magnetic strip behind, and the cards now also have the magnetic strip, but RBI has mandated that now chip-based cards should be issued, and so in the last 2-3 years, all banks have been issuing these kind of cards. So basically, they have the data. These are data where like kiska account hai, kitna whether it is active account and all that. So it captures the data. So acquirer is a bank that provides the EDC machine. Acquirer will either approve or decline the card purchase account. If approved, the acquirer will settle the transaction by placing the fund into the seller's account. Acquirer needs to be licensed with credit card companies such as Visa and MasterCard. So this we have seen. Master and Visa are the associations or the settlement agencies. Issuer is a person who has issued the card, or the bank which has issued the card. An issuer is a bank providing a credit card or a debit card also. Suppose the account or the bank that which you have your account is a issuer. And for credit card, not necessarily that you have to maintain the account with the bank, with that bank. So an issuer is a bank providing a credit card. Credit card issuers make the credit limit available to cardholders. It is responsible for sending payment to the merchant for purchase made with credit cards from the bank which issued the card. So final settlement has to happen with the issuer, because issuer's customer has made that purchase and he has to pay. So the final settlement is done by the issuer. And issuer will then claim it from the customer. Then you have the association. An association, for example, Visa and MasterCard, set transaction terms for merchant, card issuing banks and acquiring banks. The primary function of the association is to set up the infrastructure and network to facilitate data flow between merchants, issuer and acquirer. So this entire transaction happens on the flow of data. So we have seen that data flows from the acquirer to the association, from the association to the issuer, and then it flows back. And we have also seen it physically that whenever we swipe our card, the merchant waits for the message to come before when the transaction is approved. He does not allow us to even touch the product until he gets the approval from the issuing bank, right? So it is the transaction happens on data flow. Yeah. So the primary function of association is to set up the infrastructure and network to facilitate data flow between merchant, issuer, and acquirer. The association also performs operational functions for its members, including transaction processing, authorization, interchange settlement, and fee processing. So here is an example of a credit card statement. As we have seen, there would be a credit line, credit limit, So if you see this, it says credit line. It can be also called credit limit. Then your available credit is the amount, is your credit limit minus what you have already spent. So its credit available is 1,074, and this person has spent how much? How much he spent? Yeah, this is, yeah. So he spent $125,000. So out of the 1,200 credit limit he has, and that is the available credit balance. So he can still use $1,074 out of the credit limit which is given to him. Then the statement is giving the details of the transaction which he has done. So the moment, so if you look at payment received, so the moment this payment is received, his credit limit would again be set to 1,0200. So we were talking about revolving credit. So revolving credit means that the moment he paid 166.68 rupees, $68, his credit limit is set back to $1,200, right? Then all the transaction which has done, and which will then he will arrive at the company would arrive at the balance which he has to pay. Also, we have seen that there's a lot of flexibility for payment. So though his amount is, the due amount is $125, he can pay $20,000, $20. Minimum payment due is 20,000. Now, what will happen if he pays that 20,000? It is good for the credit card company also, because then the company is going to charge him interest on the amount which he has not paid. However, the company is not going to charge him any late payment. So the customer has a lot of convenience to make the payment. So he can make the payment of money or whatever he has, like minimum. If he pays $20 minimum, he will not be charged any penalty for late payment. The company is, however, going to charge him the interest on the balance amount.
मैम
Yes.
मिनिमम पेमेंट ड्यू जो होता है वो क्रेडिट लाइन के अकॉर्डिंगली होता है डिसाइड क्या?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, ये इसके ऊपर होता है, आपका कितना ड्यू है, जितना ड्यू है
मैम
उसका
आपकी वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ रही है।
मैं कह रही हूँ जितना अमाउंट आपका ड्यू होता है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है मिनिमम ड्यू. Minimum due would be dependent on amount payable, not on the credit line.
Okay.
And he will have a payment due date. If he pays before this, there will be no penalty or no interest. However, if the payment is after this, then the insurer is going to charge him interest as well. Just give me a moment. So in early 90s, users increased. Total number of cards increased from 2.69 crores in December 2003 to 4.33 crores in December 2004. So you can see the volumes on doubled in this period. Now, because it is a financial product, the RBI would regulate it. And RBI is also the regulator of payment and settlement system. So the credit card business will also be regulated by RBI. So RBI received many complaints regarding various undesirable practices by credit card issuing institutions and their agent. And obviously, the RBI issued guidelines for mechanism on credit cards. So working group was set up for regulatory mechanism for credit cards regarding the terms and conditions to be highlighted and advertised to the customer given by the working group. So recommendations are being processed with RBI guidelines for healthy growth in development of plastic money in India. So this is also one, how to say, objective of RBI to convert transaction into digital ones. And we've seen this during demonetization also. This was one of the objective. And RBI keeps on coming up with various guidelines to ensure that we are moving towards a digital payment mechanisms. Settlement of NPCI was one of it. There are also talks of another company coming up with the same mechanism. So RBI wants more people to move to digital payment mode, and therefore it has very strong guidelines so that the interest and the confidence of the people is maintained in the settlement system. So we've seen that credit card is a loan product and the bank charges interest on loan. That is the main function of the bank. Bank gives out loan in order to earn some interest income for it. However, in credit card, it also has income from the transaction. As we have seen, when the settlement is done, the issuer bank charges some money out of the total transaction cost. However, if the customer does not pay in time, the issuer will also charge interest. So in case the customer makes the payment in full within the credit period, there is no interest. However, interest would be charged after the credit period ends. So credit card issuer usually waive interest charges if the balance is paid in full each month, but typically charge full interest on entire outstanding balance from the date of each purchase if the total amount is not paid. So for management of credit card, it is very important that the bills are paid in time, because otherwise the issuer will charge interest, and which is very, very high. If you look at the interest rate, so they will say no 2%, 3%, but they are quoting it in per month. So they say 3% per month. Now 3% per month would turn out to be 36% per year, per annum. So compare it with the credit card, except debit cards, pull money out of your checking or brokerage account. So basically, they are linked to your demand deposits. They do not create a loan, because you're making the payment from the money you own rather than using the bank's money. So obviously there'll be no interest on this. And there is no loan when you use your debit card, you're using your own money. So debit cards do not create or increase a loan like credit cards do. So debit card can also be used as ATM card or for withdrawing money from the ATM, cash from the ATM. So for people usually take the debit card for withdrawing money from the ATM. They don't use that much at merchant establishment, but they use it at the ATM for withdrawing money. So this I told to you earlier. For a while, bank issued ATM cards, which are only useful if you were standing in front of the ATM trying to take out cash. You could do all your transaction in the ATM, like withdrawing cash or ordering a new checkbook or changing your PIN. So all the transactions which you could do on the ATM could be done by ATM card. However, they did not allow you to do transaction at the merchant establishment. So eventually banks started to add more features so that debit card cannot be used at almost any location. So now there's not much of a difference in usage of the debit and credit card. The concept remains the same. Debit card, you're using your own money. Credit card, you're using the bank's money, but the mechanism remains the same. Okay. So before we see the slide, can somebody tell the similarities between debit card and credit card? What are the similarities in debit card and credit card?
मैम क्रेडिट कार्ड में हम जितना मनी चाहे उतना यूज कर सकते हैं एंड डेबिट कार्ड में हम एक लिमिटेड अमाउंट ऑफ मनी यूज करते हैं।
ये डिफरेंस है, ये तो डिफरेंस है ना।
both we
मैम
can
हमें जब
use
भी
in short
पैसा
of
चाहिए
cash
तो हम लोग विथड्रॉ कर सकते हैं।
and both we can use in short of cash.
Yes, we both are a substitute for cash, correct. What else? Both use electronic data for transaction. Both are plastic cards. Now coming to the difference. What is the difference? So credit card mein you're using a credit limit, whereas debit card you're using your own money. Debit card is usage of your fund, whereas credit card is a loan. The payment of done through debit card happens immediately from your account. The payment of credit card happens later. Also, they have some, both of them have some cashback and reward points. Also, you get an SMS for doing the transaction, and that's a requirement by RBI also, that whenever a transaction is done using your either your debit card or credit card, the SMS should be sent to the registered mobile. So similarity, both cards offer special rewards such as points and cashback on purchase made through the card. Debit cards and credit cards can be used to make online payments with the help of PIN number assigned to them. Earlier, this was not the case. There was a time when you could just swipe your card and sign. So anybody could use your card and forge your signature. So that it was quite risky. And both of them can be used for withdrawing money from the ATM. So debit cards and credit cards can be used to make online payments with the help of PIN number assigned to them. They can be used to withdraw money from ATMs depending on cash limit available on these cards. The difference is, however, in debit card, you're using the issuer offers credit and overdraft facility. Unlike debit card, the issuer offers credit and overdraft facilities in case of credit card. The debit card, they will only debit payments from existing and available funds within the cardholder's account. A credit card holder has a monthly bill to pay every month that the card is used. If they don't pay the bill, high interest rates are applied. A debit card holder is free from the hassle of paying those bills from the risk of building up large debts to credit card company. So this difference we have understood quite well.
Ma'am,
That credit, yes.
मैम क्रेडिट कार्ड में हम जैसे एक मंथ हमने कुछ भी मैम उसको यूज नहीं किया तो मैम फिर भी हमें वो मिनिमम पेमेंट ड्यू पे करना पड़ेगा मंथली।
पेमेंट का मिनिमम ड्यू होगा ही नहीं ना, तब
ओके
क्यों होगा?
नहीं मैम, नहीं हो रहा। अगर नहीं यूज कर रहे हो तो नहीं, कुछ नहीं कट रहा, क्योंकि मैंने पता किया।
तो अगर आप लोन है ना, आपने लिया तो आपको पे करना होगा, नहीं लिया तो नहीं पे करना है। तो नहीं है तो
मिनिमम पे करना पड़ता था।
Minimum due is only when you have made some payment. If you have not made some payment, you don't have to pay.
मैम पेमेंट अगर $50 का करें और $50 तो $20 मतलब पे करने हैं हमको। ओके।
So cash cards are your ATM cards. However, most of the banks have stopped issuing only ATM cards. They're issued only on specific request of the customer. Otherwise, most of the banks do not issue only ATM cards or cash cards, which were only used to do the functions on the ATM. So I'm sure all of you would have used ATMs. आपने देखा होगा कि ATM से क्या-क्या transaction हो सकते हैं, right? So आजकल तो ATMs are like mini branches, जहाँ पे आप maximum all the work which you'll do from a bank branch can be done through the ATM. Then smart cards are prepaid cards. So earlier smart cards were called so because उसमें एक chip होता था. अब ATM debit card में chip नहीं होता था. But now with the advent of technology, all the cards are issued with a chip. So smart cards are credit debit cards, another type of cards with embedded microchip. This microchip store values and use the embedded logic to change values and record transaction. So these are the 4 type of cards which you will come across in banking. ATM card, which is only used at the ATM. Debit card linked to your account can be used at merchant establishment also. Credit card, a kind of loan given to you by the bank. And smart card is a prepaid card. So in today's time, we have various ways of accessing your bank. So digital banking, electronic banking, virtual banking, whatever name you can call it with. I'm sure all of you would have used the ATM. कोई है जिसने कभी ATM यूज नहीं किया? Anyone? सबने किया होगा ना ATM तो यूज?
Yes, ma'am.
So ATM stands for automated teller machine. Teller, actually, if you look at, is a person who used to dispense cash in the branch. तो अगर आप इंग्लिश मूवी वगैरह देखेंगे तो you will come across the word teller, जिसको हम लोग इंडिया में कैशियर बोलते हैं. So टेलर को टेलर इसलिए बोला जाता है क्योंकि किसी को बैलेंस पता करना है तो वो भी वहीं से पूछ लेगा, नहीं चेकबुक भी वहीं पे दे देगा, इसको उसको टेलर बोला जाता था. पर बेसिकली इज द पर्सन हु इज हैंडिंग आउट कैश टू द पीपल. So because now the cash is handed out not by a person but by a machine, and that machine is known as the ATM. Obviously जब physical cash withdraw करना होता है so you have to sign a check and your signature is tallied with the one recorded with the bank. There is also authorization required when you are withdrawing from ATM. So for that you use your ATM pin. And as I told you, the plastic card has a data stored in form of the magnetic strip or a chip. So it's a plastic card which is magnetic coded, can be read, easily read by the machine. Electronic machines which are operated by customer himself to deposit or to withdraw cash from the bank. Also known as debit cards are the most frequently used. So for using the card, you will have to first insert the card in the machine. Now इसमें भी 2-3 टाइप के रीडर्स होते हैं, कोई डिप रीडर होता है और अब तो नो टच रीडर आ गया है. You can just flash your card and the machine will read the information. And then there are still some machines where the card will stay inside the machine until you finish your transaction. Now there are biometric ATMs also where you use your thumb impression for doing the transaction. So that the way it is used has changed, but basically the concept remains the same. So the machine has to get access to your data, which is done either by inserting your card or by flashing your card. For doing the transaction, then you have to enter your password, which is known as a PIN number. If the PIN number is correct, the customer would be able to do transactions. And as we've seen in today's time, you can do a lot of many more transactions than just withdrawal or deposit. What are the other transactions you can do from the ATM except for withdrawal and deposit? What are the other transactions you can do?
Ma'am, transfer.
Transfer also you can do. Yes. What else? किसी ने यूज नहीं किया क्या एटीएम मशीन?
मैम बैलेंस चेक कर सकते हैं.
बैलेंस चेक कर सकते हैं, एफडी भी बना सकते हैं, रिचार्ज भी कर सकते हैं, बहुत काम कर सकते हैं.
पिन चेंज कर सकते हैं.
पिन चेंज कर सकते हैं, चेकबुक ऑर्डर कर सकते हैं.
Yes, ma'am.
You can do a lot of transaction. On completion of the transaction, the customer's card is ejected from the ATM. However, अब दूसरे टाइप की मशीन्स भी आ गई हैं जिनको हम डिप मशीन कहते हैं, and I'm sure आप लोग ने यूज भी की होंगी, जिसमें you just have to swipe your card once and then the transaction happens. The card does not remain in the machine when you're doing the transaction. So what are the advantages of ATM? Before going to the slide, you guys tell me what is the advantage of ATM?
मैम एक तो बैंक अगर बंद रहे तो आप पैसा विड्रॉल कर सकते हैं जरूरत पे।
Correct. So 24/7 का आपको कन्वीनियंस है।
और डिपॉजिट वाले एटीएम डिपॉजिट भी कर सकते हैं अगर कहीं हमको अर्जेंट पैसा भेजना है।
करेक्ट, डिपॉजिट भी कर सकते हैं।
और मैम सबसे बड़ी बात सेफ्टी की है कि अगर आपको कहीं जाना है एक जगह से दूसरी जगह, तो मैम कैश आप ना लेके जाइए, कार्ड भी यूज कर सकते हैं जाकर।
एक्सेसिबिलिटी है, कन्वीनियंस है।
मैम किसी डॉक्यूमेंट्स की या फिर सिग्नेचर्स वगैरह की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है।
करेक्ट, आपके खुद के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है आप कब करना चाहते हैं ट्रांजैक्शन। करेक्ट, और द नंबर ऑफ ट्रांजैक्शंस आल्सो, मेनी ट्रांजैक्शंस कैन बी डन फ्रॉम द एटीएम मशीन। And this is one thing we forgot. Provide service without any error. Usually कैश काउंटर पे जो लोग बैठते हैं, ऑब्वियसली इंसान है, कभी भी गलती हो सकती है। कभी ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपको कम नोट मिल जाए या ज्यादा नोट मिल जाए, which doesn't happen with the ATM. So it is a 24-hour service, convenience to bank's customer. It reduces the workload of the bank. अगर आप लोग कभी बैंक गए होंगे, स्पेशली पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक जहाँ पे बहुत भीड़ होती है, तो आपने देखा होगा ना कैशियर कितने चिड़चिड़े हो जाते हैं। पर यहाँ पे you don't have to deal with the mood swings of the cashier. You can just go and do your transaction. So it reduces the workload of the bank staff, provides service without error, beneficial for travelers, and it gives better quality notes. अगर आप बैंक से विड्रॉ करें तो कभी कभी आपको बहुत गंदे नोट भी मिल जाते हैं, बट एटीएम से आपको हमेशा बेटर नोट्स मिलते हैं। And it provides privacy of banking transaction. और लिखा होता है ना ये एटीएम में, if somebody is doing this transaction, please wait for your turn, do not barge in. So अगर आप कैश काउंटर पे खड़े हैं तो
इनफैक्ट हम लोग जब पैसे उसमें जमा करते हैं तब पुराने नोट्स एटीएम लेता भी नहीं है।
हाँ, ये भी होता है, पे नहीं लेता है। उनकी क्वालिटी अगर अच्छी नहीं हो तो एक सर्टेन क्वालिटी की लेता है, और उससे खराब क्वालिटी होगी तो नहीं लेगा, या ये करेगा। Okay. So all of you would have used ATMs. So withdrawal limit क्या होती है ATM की? कोई withdrawal limit होती है?
यस मैम होती तो है।
यस मैम होती है विड्रॉल लिमिट।
मैम वन टाइम में पूछ रही हैं या वन डे में?
वन टाइम में बताइए। वन डे और वन टाइम की सेम ही होती है आई थिंक।
मैम वन टाइम आई थिंक एसबीआई का मैम 15,000 है।
मैम वन डे का शायद 25,000 है।
वन डे का
आपके पास कौन सा कार्ड है? It will depend on what kind of card you have.
मैम अगर वीजा है तो लिमिट थोड़ी ज्यादा होती है, मास्टर कार्ड की थोड़ी कम होती है।
और वो भी डिपेंड करता है आपके पास कौन सा कार्ड है।
कौन सा कार्ड है?
तो अगर आपने देखा होगा, अगेन ये मैं आपको बहुत बार बताती रहती हूँ कि आप जाके प्रोडक्ट के ऊपर थोड़ा रिसर्च करिए, तो आप देखेंगे कि HDFC बैंक या ICICI बैंक में डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ अकाउंट्स और डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ कार्ड्स है। तो HDFC में फॉर एग्जांपल एक टाइटेनियम कार्ड भी है, एक प्लैटिनम कार्ड है, तो इन कार्ड्स की लिमिट्स ज्यादा होती है। ओके, सो इट इज नॉट ओनली डिपेंडेंट ऑन द अमाउंट यू हैव इन योर अकाउंट बट ऑन द कार्ड। तो मेरे अकाउंट में हो सकता है 20 लाख रुपए पड़े हों, बट ऑब्वियसली bank the card might not allow me to take more than 40,000 rupees for example. So card की भी एक अपनी लिमिट रहती है। What is the infrastructure required for the ATM? इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर क्या क्या चाहिए होता है, क्या क्या होना चाहिए वहाँ पे? अरे आपने तो देखा होगा ना सबने, क्या क्या होता है एटीएम में?
एटीएम मशीन होती है।
एटीएम मशीन में क्या होता है? इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बताइए, उसमें क्या क्या होता है?
हम
मैम
बटन
एक
हैं और स्क्रीन होती
छोटा
मैम स्क्रीन होती है, बटन होते हैं।
कीबोर्ड होता है, बटन से कहेंगे हम उसको, कीबोर्ड कहेंगे। टॉक
अरे
प्रोफेशनल।
सॉरी
Okay, so it has a keyboard,
यस मैम
हाँ,
it
मैम
has a
अब तो टच वाले भी आ
dispenser.
गए हैं मैम।
हाँ,
मैम अब तो टच वाले भी आते हैं।
और स्कैनर भी होता है आई थिंक।
स्कैनर,
अरे मतलब जिसमें वो टच कराते हैं अपना कार्ड।
रीडर,
यस
मैम कैमरास होते हैं वहाँ पे।
कैमरास भी होते हैं, करेक्ट।
एसी भी होता है।
एसी भी होता है, करेक्ट।
ऐसे कार्ड
मैम एक्चुअली हंस दिया हूँ, सॉरी। म्यूट नहीं था मैं, जब मुझे लगा म्यूट है। जो भी आंसर दिया उसको सॉरी, हंसने के लिए।
आंसर देने वाला खुद हंस सकता है।
तो एटीएम मशीन में कीबोर्ड होता है, प्रिंटर भी होता है, डिस्पेंसर होता है, कार्ड रीडर होता है, राइट। आजकल तो सिक्योरिटी स्टाफ नहीं होता है यूजुअली, पहले गार्ड बैठता था, पर आजकल थोड़ा सा
मैम अब भी कहीं कहीं होते हैं।
कहीं कहीं होता है यहाँ,
yes.
बट अभी थोड़ा सा कम हो गया है कार्ड।
एंड मैम जितने पैसे हम लोग ने वो विड्रॉ किए मैम उसका वो आता है, रेसिप्ट भी होती है मैम उसमें।
हाँ, वो प्रिंटर भी होता है ना, देयर इज अ प्रिंटर एज वेल, जिससे
मैम
पता चलता है।
मेंटेनेंस आल्सो।
मैम लेकिन ये सब तो एक ही मशीन में इनबिल्ट होता है ना मैम।
हाँ, सब कुछ हाँ मशीन में बिल्ड
तो
होता है,
मैम
correct।
इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में मैम कैसे ये सब हो सकता है?
अरे मतलब एटीएम मशीन में क्या क्या होता है?
ओके
हाँ, somebody was saying something.
मैम मेंटेनेंस भी होता
मेंटेनेंस,
है। यस
मशीन का मेंटेनेंस भी होता है, राइट। ओके, और आजकल तो ये भी, पहले तो यू कुड ओनली विड्रॉ फ्रॉम मनी फ्रॉम द बैंक जिसमें आपका अकाउंट था, बट आजकल यू कैन विड्रॉ मनी from any of the bank. However, they have their own limits and charges, but this is one convenience you have where you can withdraw money from any of the ATMs. इंटरनेट किसने किसने यूज किया इंटरनेट बैंकिंग?
नो
मैम
मैम
लाइक
मैम मैं यूज करता हूँ एसबीआई का, सेंट्रल बैंक का।
क्या क्या जरूरत होती है इंटरनेट बैंकिंग यूज करने के लिए?
मतलब क्या मैम उसको मतलब आईडी इंटरनेट बैंकिंग बनाने के लिए, कि इस पर कर क्या क्या सकते हैं?
हाँ, ये दोनों बताइए, क्या क्या कर सकते हैं?
मैम उस पे सारा चीज, मतलब चेकबुक के लिए भी अप्लाई कर सकते हैं आप उसे। अभी तो मैम एसबीआई का हो गया कि एटीएम से आप योनो से कैश भी विड्रॉ कर सकते हैं, आपको एटीएम कार्ड रखने की जरूरत नहीं है साथ में।
अपनी फीस भी सबमिट कर सकते हैं।
मैम और
Transaction,
ट्रांजैक्शन देख सकते हैं मैम, कितने
ट्रांजेक्शन देख सकते हैं मैम।
मैम फिक्स डिपॉजिट अकाउंट भी तो खोल सकते हैं।
फिक्स डिपॉजिट मैम खुल सकता है उस पे। क्रेडिट कार्ड के लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, डेबिट कार्ड के लिए अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, मतलब ए टू जेड बैंकिंग।
मैम रिचार्ज कर सकते हैं एंड मैम वो चेकबुक अगर हमको नीडेड है,
पेमेंट्स के लिए भी यूज कर सकते हैं,
ऑनलाइन पेमेंट्स जो हम लोग करते हैं।
तो आप इंटरनेट बैंकिंग से आज के डेट में आप कोई भी काम कर सकते हैं एक्सेप्ट प्रॉब्ली फॉर अकाउंट क्लोजर। यू कैन डू एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम योर इंटरनेट बैंकिंग। ऑब्वियसली
अकाउंट तो खुल सकता है ना, मैं खोला नहीं हूँ, पूछ रहा हूँ। अकाउंट तो खुल सकता है ना इंटरनेट बैंकिंग?
यस मैम फिक्स डिपॉजिट
क्लोज कर सकते हैं। अगर आप सिंगल नेम में है तो आप फिक्स डिपॉजिट क्लोज कर सकते हैं।
इंटरनेट बैंकिंग से मैम लोन ले सकते हैं लोग।
हाँ लोन अप्लाई हो जाता है।
अच्छा,
अप्लाई क्या हो जाता है? यू कैन टेक अ लोन। मैंने अपना एचडीएफसी से जो लोन लिया है, आई डिड नॉट हैव टू विजिट द ब्रांच, दे सेंड मी अ लिंक सेइंग दैट यू आर एलिजिबल फॉर सो मच ऑफ लोन, और उसी पे जाके क्लिक करके आई हैड टू ऑथराइज एंड आई गॉट द लोन इन 5 मिनट्स।
इंटरनेट बैंकिंग से ऑनलाइन लोन भी होता है।
हाँ,
ओके मैम।
ऑब्वियसली उसके लिए प्री अप्रूव्ड होना चाहिए लोन आपका। अगर आपको अप्लाई करके लेना है, जैसे मैंने बताया, हम लोग ने
मैम
देखा
जैसे
भी था
लोन
कि
लेने के लिए बैंक पूरी मैम डिटेल्स एंड कस्टमर के बारे में हम सब कुछ जानती है, तो मैम इसीलिए मैंने पूछा, क्योंकि ऑनलाइन पे तो इतना बहुत ज्यादा रिस्क रहता है ना मैम, इसलिए।
हाँ रिस्क तो बहुत, हाँ। तो अगर डॉक्यूमेंटेशन कंप्लीट है और प्री अप्रूव्ड लोन है तो आप इंटरनेट बैंकिंग से भी ले सकते हैं।
Yes,
ऑब्वियसली अगर आपको फ्रेश लोन अप्लाई करना है, प्री अप्रूव नहीं है, देन यू विल हैव टू गो टू द ब्रांच। बट अगर प्री अप्रूव लोन है तो आप इंटरनेट बैंकिंग से ले सकते हैं।
ओके
इंटरनेट
मैम।
बैंकिंग में लॉगिन करने के लिए, या यस यू सेइंग समथिंग?
मैम अकाउंट ओपन कर सकते हैं इंटरनेट बैंकिंग से?
ये अकाउंट अब आप ओपन कर सकते हैं।
कर सकते हैं।
मैम जब अकाउंट ओपन करते हैं तब तो हम लोगों को मैम एक्सेस मिलता है वो इंटरनेट बैंकिंग का।
हाँ मतलब इन द सेंस कि इलेक्ट्रॉनिक, दिस इज वन थिंग लाइक, अगर आपको अकाउंट खोलना है तो ऑब्वियसली जैसे हमने देखा है कि फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन ऑफ द कस्टमर इज रिक्वायर्ड, राइट? तो
Yes,
आप
ma'am.
अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, केवाईसी कर सकते हैं, बट प्रोबब्ली द बैंक रिप्रेजेंटेटिव विल कम एंड मीट यू, बिकॉज दैट इज अ रिक्वायरमेंट। आप विदाउट पर्सनल वेरिफिकेशन अकाउंट नहीं खोल सकते हैं, सो दैट वुड बी द
मैम
रिक्वायरमेंट।
पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक में शायद बुलाते हैं और प्राइवेट सेक्टर में तो उनका एजेंट आता है घर पे।
तो मतलब द बैंक नीड्स टू नो दैट यू एग्जिस्ट। केवाईसी वगैरह आप सब कर सकते हैं इलेक्ट्रॉनिक। So when we are saying internet banking, we are saying things which you can do online. Okay. So yeah. So it is like e-business in banking industry and is a result of growing expectation of bank customers. So now nobody wants to visit the bank. People want to do their transactions sitting at the convenience of their house. So the biggest benefit of internet banking to the bank is that it is the cheapest form of transaction. तो अगर आप बैंक में देखेंगे, अगर कोई बैंक होगा तो इट विल हैव टू हैव द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर। एक बैंक होगा, उसमें उनको ब्रांच मैनेजर बिठाना पड़ेगा, ब्रांच ऑपरेशन मैनेजर बिठाना पड़ेगा। So they will have to spend a lot of money in infrastructure, और उसको मेंटेन भी करना पड़ेगा। However, इंटरनेट बैंकिंग में अगर आप देखो तो आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप अपना कंप्यूटर यूज कर रहे हो, अपना नेटवर्क यूज कर रहे हो, यू जस्ट एक्सेसिंग द बैंक्स सर्वर, बाकी तो सारा चीज आप कर रहे हो। ओके, so this is the cheapest way of doing banking for the bank. Obviously, it also has convenience to the customer, that the customer does not have to visit the branch. They can do the transaction in the at their own time, at their own pace, at their own convenience. And because the transaction is done by the customer himself, there are low incidence of error. The credit card and debit card, जैसे अभी शुभम ने बताया, now SBI for example is enabling people to even withdraw cash using the UNO app. So customer can obtain funds and any time from the ATM machines. The credit card and debit card enables the customers to obtain discount from retail outlets. The customer can easily transfer the fund from one place to another place electronically. And all the more अभी तो in the pandemic, I think use of these kind of services has increased manyfold. Okay, so what is the level of security in internet banking? Is it secure, or what are the, how is it secure? क्या सिक्योरिटी होती है?
हम एरर के चांसेस बहुत कम होते हैं।
ओके, सिक्योरिटी कैसे होती है? सिक्योरिटी का मतलब कि कोई फ्रॉड नहीं कर रहा है, कोई मिसयूज नहीं कर रहा है अकाउंट, कैसे पता चलेगा?
मैम जब तक आप किसी को मतलब ओटीपी वगैरह नहीं शेयर करते तब तक कोई मिसयूज नहीं कर सकता इंटरनेट बैंकिंग।
राइट। तो you know there is a lot of safety in using internet banking क्योंकि you need your user ID password, and
Yes, ma'am.
second is that now banks also send a OTP for doing your transaction.
एंड मैम अगर कुछ फ्रॉड होता भी है तो मैम जिसके अकाउंट लिंक्ड है, जिसके नंबर्स में, उसके पास तुरंत एट द स्पॉट नोटिफिकेशन पहुंच जाती है।
करेक्ट।
और मैम वो मैम पिन जनरेट करने के लिए भी काफी सारी डिटेल्स शेयर करनी पड़ती है।
मैम एक्चुअली अगर यूजर ने पासवर्ड या ओटीपी ना शेयर किया तो सेफ है, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है।
करेक्ट। Right, and so the level of security is very high. It also allows you to download information. So आपने कोई transaction किया है तो आप उसका screenshot ले सकते हैं, उसको download कर सकते हैं। Statement चाहिए तो you can download any information which you need. You can get from the internet banking. So एक time था, अगर आप अपने पेरेंट्स से पूछेंगे या ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स से पूछेंगे तो हर चीज के लिए बैंक में जाके पूछना पड़ता था कि मेरा क्रेडिट आया कि नहीं आया,
भाग दौड़
अकाउंट
बहुत
में
होती
कितना
थी।
बैलेंस कितना है, नई चेकबुक, फॉर एवरीथिंग यू हैव टू go to the bank. But with the use of internet banking, that there is no need for that. You can do your transaction sitting at home.
मैम किसी को कर्ज देने में आसानी हो गई है, प्रूफ रहता है।
क्या चीज?
किसी को कर्ज आसानी हो गई है।
करेक्ट। सो और जैसे हम लोग ने अभी डिस्कस किया कि मोस्ट ऑफ द सर्विसेज आर ऑफर्ड बाय इंटरनेट बैंकिंग। एक दो सर्विसेज के छोड़ के व्हिच आई कैन ओनली थिंक ऑफ, प्रॉब्ली यू नो कैश डिपॉजिट करना है या फिर यू नो अकाउंट क्लोज करना है, only those things probably you'll not be able to do through internet banking, otherwise most of the things
मैम
can be
जैसे
done.
इंटरनेट बैंकिंग के एडवांटेजेस है मैम, वैसे डिसएडवांटेजेस भी तो होंगे।
बिल्कुल है, बताइए क्या डिसएडवांटेज हो सकता है?
मैम जैसे कि मैम अगर हम लोग कभी सर्वर काम नहीं कर रहा है मैम, सर्वर के वजह से प्रॉब्लम होती है बहुत सारी।
डिपेंडेंसी है ना, टेक्नोलॉजी पे भी डिपेंडेंसी है। अगर टेक्नोलॉजी काम नहीं कर रही है तो आप नहीं कर सकते। लाइट नहीं आ रही है,
सर्वर प्रॉब्लम ब्रांच में भी हो सकती है, जहां ब्रांच होता है वहां भी सर्वर प्रॉब्लम होती है,
वो भी कभी कभी हो सकती है। करेक्ट।
यस मैम।
तो हाँ, टेक्नोलॉजी पे डिपेंडेंट है, तो टेक्नोलॉजी अगर
यस मैम
नहीं होगी तो फिर तो
मैम यही तो इसका सबसे बड़ा एक डिसएडवांटेज है मैम, कि अगर टेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ड होती है मैम। ये
मैम फ्रॉड भी तो हो जाते हैं जिनको नॉलेज नहीं होती
हो
है
जाते
ज्यादा
हैं।
टेक्नोलॉजी
करेक्ट,
के बारे
बिल्कुल
में।
हो जाते हैं। बिल्कुल
मैम फ्रॉड जैसे कि मैम कोई फ्रॉड कॉल आया, आप ये शेयर करो तो आपको इतना मिलेगा, तो मैम कुछ कुछ लोग होते हैं जिनको नॉलेज नहीं होती है, वो ज्यादा पैसे के चक्कर में हम शेयर कर देते हैं अपना।
कर देते हैं। राइट, करेक्ट।
मैम उसके लिए बैंक नोटिफिकेशन भी अब धीरे धीरे गाइडलाइन भी इशू कर रही है कि ऐसा कुछ
Yes,
बैंक नहीं पूछता है।
So the bank is doing it. Bank is trying to you know educate people. तो ये हमने देखा है ना कि not only the bank, even RBI.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, RBI is you know educate people. Even SEBI educates people कि किस तरह से आप fraud से बच सकते हैं। तो yes. So हाँ, ये disadvantage है टेक्नोलॉजिकल यू नो डिपेंडेंस बहुत
based
ज्यादा
होता
है।
है, yes,
तो
ma'am.
टेक्नोलॉजी अगर लाइट नहीं आ रही है, टेक्नोलॉजी काम नहीं कर रही है तो ये प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है। राइट। और हाउएवर एक बहुत बड़ा एडवांटेज ये है, इट लिंकेज टू द प्रोडक्ट प्लेटफॉर्म। तो अगर आप यू नो शेयर्स बाय एंड सेल करना चाहते हैं, in that case you can do it through your internet banking. You can have a 3-in-1 account. 3-in-1 account is a combination of your saving account, your trading account, and your demat account. आप सबको लिंक करके you can do your trading. It offers you secure access and it's easy to access the website. POS, point of sales. What do you understand by this? Point of sales. ये क्या है point of sales? POS machine. सुना नहीं है आपने? बहुत सुना होगा। क्या होता है ये POS machine? जल्दी बोलो, इतना इतना सोचने की क्या जरूरत
मैम
है?
जहाँ पे रिटेल विटेल समथिंग ऐसा कुछ।
जो रिटेल सेल्स होती है, जहाँ पे आप अपना
Yes,
कार्ड
ma'am.
स्वाइप करते हो, वो पॉस
Yes,
मशीन है,
ma'am.
पॉइंट ऑफ सेल। अगर आप कुछ भी परचेस कर रहे हो, somebody is selling it, so the machine which you have is known as a POS machine, which is used to capture your data from the card, और इसी से आपका फिर सेटलमेंट होता है, राइट? So POS is a device enabling payment made through a point of sale terminal where funds are electronically transferred. It enables the credit ATM card holders to pay for his or her purchase for shopping stores through having the price transferred from his bank account to the respective merchant bank account. So जो हमने देखा ना अभी थोड़ी देर पहले, we seen the acquirer bank and the issuer bank. So ये acquirer bank की machine होती है which helps the merchant to capture the information about the customer and then do the settlement.
मैम ईडीसी में कार्ड यूज करना पड़ता है और पॉस में स्कैनिंग होती है,
सेम ही है वो, पॉस और ईडीसी सेम ही तो है।
सेम है दोनों।
हाँ, चाहे उसको पॉस कह लो चाहे ईडीसी कह लो, सेम है ना। वो जो मशीन आपके सामने आती है, जो मशीन आपके सामने आती है जिसमें आप अपना कार्ड स्वाइप करते हो, दैट इज द पॉस मशीन या फिर ईडीसी मशीन, जो भी आप कहना चाहो। और कुछ देखी, और किसी टाइप की मशीन देखी है आपने? यू हैव सीन दिस ओनली, नो? और तो कुछ नहीं होता है ना वहाँ पे?
नो मैम।
Yeah, so that is what it is. Yeah. So basically it is a machine which is used to capture the data from the card for settlement. So bank provide latest and most advanced POS terminals in range of models. Banks pay all operational and maintenance cost. There are no installation expenses or monthly fees are charged if the volume of sales reaches the pre-agreed level. ऐसा क्यों होता होगा? Why will the bank not charge people? Why will the bank not charge for the POS machine? Hello?
मैम बैंक को भी तो कन्वीनियंस है।
कन्वीनियंस के अलावा और क्या है? अभी तो हमने डिस्कस किया।
वो पहले ही चार्ज करते हैं ना, वो
पहले चार्ज नहीं करते, हर ट्रांजैक्शन के लिए चार्ज करते हैं ना।
यस, हर ट्रांजैक्शन
हर ट्रांजैक्शन में द बैंक हैज अ कट, दैट्स व्हाई द बैंक डज नॉट चार्ज। अगर मतलब दे वुड हैव अ कट, यू नो, कट ऑफ लिमिट कि इससे ऊपर आपकी ट्रांजैक्शन है, सो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू चार्ज यू एनीथिंग। So because they will get a cut in all the transactions which happen.
मैम
Yes.
मैम इसमें लिखा है देयर आर नो इंस्टॉलेशन एक्सपेंसेस, लेकिन मैम ऐसा है नहीं, इंस्टॉल करने का पैसा लगता है।
हर बैंक के लिए अलग हो सकता है probably some banks charge, probably some banks charge.
मैम गवर्नमेंट का हम जानते हैं मैम, एसबीआई वगैरह पैसा लेती है, पीएनबी पैसा लेती है मैम, 2500 इनका है
चार्ज हो सकता है। तो ये
मैम डिपॉजिट का
नहीं, इंस्टॉल जो मशीन लगाते हैं उसका
मशीन की कॉस्ट लेते हैं मैम, वही 2500 मशीन की कॉस्ट लेते हैं।
हाँ हो सकता है, नो, उसको आप जनरलाइज नहीं कर सकते, हो सकता है।
मैम एसबीआई का मैंने देखा है, एसबीआई पीएनबी का।
ओके, एसबीआई चार्ज करता है।
यस मैम।
Yeah, so some banks might charge, some banks might not charge, क्योंकि they have a cut in the total, you know, the transactions which happen. Okay.
और मैम आजकल तो मैम बैंक के अलावा भी कई ऐसी कंपनीज हैं जो मतलब पीओएस अपना लगाती हैं।
Bank provide the merchants with online statement of sales transaction on a daily basis. So yes, बैंक के लिए ये it's a good option because नहीं तो क्या होगा, बैंक के लिए डबल प्रॉब्लम था कि पहले क्या होगा, कस्टमर जो है बैंक अकाउंट से पैसा निकालेगा क्योंकि उसे शॉपिंग करनी है, फिर जाके ये पैसा मर्चेंट को देगा, मर्चेंट भी शाम को आके पैसा बैंक में वापस जमा करेगा. सो इट यूज्ड टू बी वेरी टाइम टेकिंग प्रोसेस फॉर द बैंक. अब बट अभी क्या है कि अभी ना कस्टमर पैसा निकाल रहा है और ना ही मर्चेंट आके पैसा वापस डाल रहा है क्योंकि उसके अकाउंट में ही क्रेडिट हो रहा है. तो इट इज कन्वीनियंट फॉर द बैंक एज वेल. And POS terminal provide electronic and manual balancing functions. So you can use both debit and credit card on the POS terminal. You can change your PIN number. You can use your branded cards, co-branded cards. Co-branded cards अभी थोड़े से बंद हो गए हैं, but बीच में do you guys understand co-branded cards? What are co-branded cards?
मैम मुझे नहीं पता है, बता दीजिए.
Co-branded मतलब कि the bank ties up with another organization to promote their services. So for example, Citibank का Indian Oil card. So क्या है कि अगर आप if you do some shopping using this, पेट्रोल वगैरह आप खरीदते हैं, so get some cash backs. इसके अलावा भी बिग बाजार का को ब्रांडेड कार्ड होता है, Amazon का को ब्रांडेड कार्ड है. So when two companies come together to provide benefits of their services to the customer of others, that is a co-branded card. Co मतलब साथ में.
Okay मैम.
So however, the limit of transaction is also limited. जैसे हमने देखा कि कार्ड में एक there is a limit, so there would be a limit to your POS as well. You also earn rewards point on using your card at the POS, and it provides ease of shopping. Challenges, as we've seen, it is dependent on technology. अगर technology काम लाइट चली गई है या connectivity नहीं है, so obviously you will not be able to use your card. Now phone banking पहले बहुत popular था. However, अभी I feel that somehow the popularity of phone banking is falling down. But anyways, phone banking is also a way of accessing your bank account, where rather than visiting the bank, you can call up a number and get information about your account from this number. So telephone banking is an automated service that allows you to access your account information and perform routine transaction from a touchtone telephone. And here you also, the banks also give you the convenience of talking to a representative. So usually क्या होता है कि machine से not everybody is comfortable with machine. Some people want to talk to a human being to get the information. So telephone telebanking or phone banking also allows you. Now तो phone banking को थोड़ा सा और modify कर दिया गया है. तो telephone banking में you will only hear the voice of the representative. अब उसको virtual banking, somebody was asking ना virtual banking क्या है, तो आजकल उसको थोड़ा modify कर दिया गया है. People are now moving on to virtual banking where you can see a person. So you use application like a Zoom call or your Google Meet to connect with a human being virtually. Virtual banking भी आ गया है. So again, phone banking also offers you most of the transactions which you could do in a branch. So you can check on your account balance, pay bill, transfer money, request for a bank statement, order a new checkbook, make loan or credit card payments, also get information on your account. So how many of you have used phone banking? शुभम, अभिनव, आप लोग ने यूज किया फोन बैंकिंग?
मैम फोन बैंकिंग क्या नेट बैंकिंग की तरह ही होती है?
नहीं, फोन बैंकिंग नेट बैंकिंग है। फोन पे आपको एक फोन नंबर पे कॉल करना पड़ता है।
नो मैम, नो मैम।
ना मैम यूज नहीं किया मैम।
कभी नहीं यूज किया? हाँ, तो उसकी
मैम
थोड़ी
हम
मैम
लोग
ऐसा होता है कि मैम जैसे कोई नंबर है कि आप इस पे मिस कॉल दीजिए तो आपको बैलेंस पता चलेगा, मैम ऐसा
वो
कुछ
तो
है?
अलग है, वो तो अलग है।
वो तो मिस्ड कॉल अलर्ट आता है उस पे, वो
मैम ये
सर्विस है
पहले
बैंक
बैंकिंग में आप एक्चुअली रिप्रेजेंटेटिव से बात कर सकते हैं। जैसे नंबर आप ये भी आप गो एंड चेक आउट, the banks will have a number where you can contact them. So usually people prefer to get in touch with the bank on the via mail or something, or through the internet banking. but अगर कोई ऐसी चीज फंस जाती है जो कि आप इंटरनेट बैंकिंग से नहीं कर सकते, तो आप फोन बैंकिंग में कस्टमर सर्विस रिप्रेजेंटेटिव से बात कर सकते हैं, और ये आपके लिए एक जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी भी हो सकता है, where rather than meeting the customer physically.
जी मैम,
Okay.
हाँ कस्टमर केयर से बात कर सकते हैं। अगर पेमेंट वगैरह कट गया, नहीं अभी रिफंड हुआ, तो
हाँ,
उसके
वही
लिए उससे
कस्टमर केयर
रिलेटेड।
जिसको हम बोलते हैं ना, कस्टमर केयर
यस
इज द
मैम,
फोन बैंकिंग।
यस मैम। हाँ वो तो मैं यूज किया हूँ एक बार।
हाँ, थोड़ा सा इनकन्वीनियंट इसलिए लगता है क्योंकि अगर वो IVR है,
Yes.
आपको सिर्फ मशीन की आवाज सुनाई दे रही है, तो इट बिकम्स अ लिटिल इनकन्वीनियंट, बट यू आल्सो हैव द ऑप्शन टू टॉक टू अ कस्टमर सर्विस रिप्रेजेंटेटिव। और इनका जो वर्किंग आवर्स होते हैं, दे आर ऑब्वियसली बेटर देन ब्रांच बैंकिंग। तो ब्रांच बैंकिंग तो आपका जैसे 2 बजे आजकल बंद हो रहे हैं,
यस मैम।
बट टेलीफोन बैंकिंग आपका कम से कम 12-13 घंटे, 14 घंटे अवेलेबल होगा। Okay, so you can also talk to a customer service representative who
मैम
will understand your query.
कोई बैंक 24/7 भी देता है।
हाँ, कोई बैंक 24/7 भी देता है, करेक्ट। So it depends on the bank, or it is available for a longer time than your branch. Okay, और दूसरी चीज है कि आपका, और आजकल तो it is all the more important because nobody wants to meet anyone physically, right? So you can talk to a customer representative through the phone banking. And it has all the most of the options which you have can be done, can be used through your phone banking as well. And obviously bank क्योंकि financial data है, उसका अपना sanctity है, so there has to be proper authentication. तो usually phone banking में पहले एक T-pin मिलता था, मतलब telephone personal identification number, but actually it was very inconvenient to remember your ATM pin and your T-pin and all that stuff. So now the banks do the authentication by using your credit card, and sometimes they also ask you some questions to verify your identity. तो जिसने phone banking use किया है, आप कोई भी information मांगेंगे, ऐसा नहीं कि तुरंत आपको information दे दी जाएगी. They will ask you for question to verify your identity and then give the information.
अरे मैम, आधार नंबर वगैरह सब पूछ लेते हैं, आधार नंबर, डेट ऑफ बर्थ।
यूजुअली बैंक में मदर्स मेडन नेम रहता है, आधार नंबर और डेट ऑफ बर्थ तो इजीली पता हो सकता है किसी को, पर यूजुअली दे आस्क फॉर मदर्स मेडन नेम व्हिच इज यूज्ड एज आइडेंटिफिकेशन इन योर फोन बैंकिंग. हाँ, बट अपने तरीके होते हैं, आपको कभी भूला जब भूल दे विल आस्क यू क्या ट्रांजैक्शन आपने किया था,
मैम
या लास्ट क्या ट्रांजैक्शन.
एक बार मेरा कुछ पेमेंट फंसा हो तो मैंने कॉल किया था, तो जैसे मेरे नाम में AY है और पापा के नाम में EY है, तो स्पेलिंग पूछ लिया मेरे टाइटल का कि क्या आपने लिखा हुआ है.
हाँ, तो वो उनका सी बेसिकली दे आर रिवीलिंग this thing na financial data, और बैंक में one of the duty of bankers is the duty of confidentiality. They cannot reveal your details to anyone, तो इसलिए they confirm whether you are the person or not.
ओके मैम.
तो ये किसी भी, आप कहीं से भी बैंक को एक्सेस करने की कोशिश करेंगे, there will be an identification. If you are doing it through internet banking, तो login ID password. if you actually go to the branch, और आप बहुत जाते नहीं है ब्रांच, तो वहां पे फिर पूछा जाएगा, आपको आइडेंटिफिकेशन दिखाने को बोला जाएगा या साइन करने को बोला जाएगा, just to identify that you are the same person who holds the account. So identification of a person is very important. Then आजकल ये बहुत पॉपुलर हो रहा है मोबाइल बैंकिंग. तो earlier mobile banking used to work on SMS. So because इतना इतनी टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांस नहीं थी earlier, when I'm saying like 10 years back. However, now because all of us carry a smartphone and the application of the bank can be downloaded, so you can do all the things you can do through internet banking through the application. So earlier used to work on SMS, push and pull alert. तो जैसे अभी किसी ने बोला ना कि you give a missed call or you send an SMS. So पहले mobile banking was all about sending SMSs to get information from the bank. However, now mobile banking is more about using of the application, which is similar to your internet banking. So earlier, this mobile banking works on push and pull alert. Push is when the bank has to send you data. So for example, RBI mandates that all banks should send transaction details to the customer if it happens as and when it happens. So that is a push alert. Then pull, that means that the customer could call for information. So for, you have to send SMS to a identified number in a particular format to get that information. So push is when bank sends out information based upon an agreed set of rules. For example, your bank sends out an alert when your account balance goes beyond a threshold level. Then pull, when customer explicitly request a service or information from the bank. So a request for your last 5 transaction statement is a pull based. So pull may, you can also ask for a checkbook. You can ask to activate your cards. There are many services which can also be done through the pull alert. So push and pull. So push is when the bank sends the SMS. Pull is when you are sending the SMS to provide a certain service. Okay, so I think let's take a break here and get back by 4:45. Okay. Okay, so we'll get back by 4:45.